Getting started, you want to put about a gallon of scalding hot water in a pot and stir in about 1/4 cup of salt. Do you notice the ring at the bottom of the pan? That is symbolism right there. And then I picked up this fabric dye in black and blue from Walmart, just any brand, and I stirred in the salt and then put about all of the black dye in there. Eventually I put in all of it, and then I put in about half of the blue dye to get a really deep, dark, bluish green black color. So it should come out like this murky, well-watered color. Then when you're ready, just put in the dress. I dipped in the ends first to get it really concentrated down there, and then started to hold it in there so it's really dark blue at the bottom. But then I eventually just dunked it all in there because I really wanted it to fade gradually up the dress so it looked like it had been submerged, I don't know. So I really like the effect though. So then what I did is I set it aside and just had about half of it hanging in the water so it could really soak and get concentrated at the ends. And then when it's ready, you just want to wring it out with gloves on. Be careful, the water could be very hot still. So I let it soak for about 30 minutes at the ends, and I only dipped it in up to where it stops there. And then we need to move on to the sleeves. I'm going to do the same effect. So firstly, dipping it as high as I want the dye to actually go. So I dipped it in pretty far, about 3/4 of the way up the sleeves, and then I pulled out about halfway and then let the rest of it soak to get really deeply concentrated. And then while the other sleeve was soaking, I decided to rinse it out. You want to rinse out the dye in cold water until the dye is basically runs clear out of the dress. And then the second sleeve I didn't do as long, so one sleeve's a little bit darker than the other, but that's okay. You want to keep rinsing it. And then you want to hang dry it. You don't want to put it in the dryer right away, so I just put mine outside. I recommend getting an inspiration picture of Samara first so you know where her shading is. I'm going to start with this cream makeup that I got at Goodwill. It was like $1, and you just want to spread that all around your face and neck to begin with. Make sure you get all skin exposed. Now I'm going to take this fantastic makeup that I got from Kmart for about $2.99. I'm going to take a mixture of the white and the blue on just an ordinary sponge and pat that around in areas, sporadic areas, to look like bruising. Because obviously if you're thrown down a well, you're going to have some sort of bruising. Next, I'm going to take this Coastal Scents Brow Tones palette and a fluffy blending brush and just use the 2 darkest colors to contour my collarbone and the hollows of my neck, because you really want to look sunken in as well as your cheekbones, just to look really dead. You also want to contour your eyes. You want to look really tired and you want them to look really contoured. So make sure you contour your bags a lot. She's very dark under the eyes. And then you want to get this angry look. So you want to furrow your brows and then lightly go over it with the powder just to shade where you naturally have frown lines, and then make this lovely face to look really angry and just contour where you have your natural frown marks. You look really pissed off. At this point, I couldn't take myself seriously, but you want to find the face that works for you and creates the most prominent frown lines. Next, onto the lips, I'm going to take this Kate Moss Rimmel London in 04 lipstick, and it's a really cool berry color, and that just goes on the inside of my lips. I'm going to blend that out because you want to look really dead, like you were drowned. I'm also adding some of the blue from that palette to make it look even more like I was drowned. And then I also decided to add some of that blue onto my skin because Samara is very blue toned for some reason, and well, obviously because of the water and everything, so I wanted to add some more blue to my skin. Next, onto the bodies. So this is the most fun, annoying part. You want to take the same cream makeup and just cover your whole arms and legs. Now, I did not show my legs in this video just because it's the same method. I didn't want to waste all that makeup on doing the legs, so I didn't go all out for you guys, I'm sorry, but same concept from the arms on the legs. Next, you want to take some of the blue and white mixture again and just pat that randomly on your arms to give you more bruising. I'm also going to take some of the black on the corner of the sponge and add that to the center of the bruising just to make them a little bit more prominent. Also, you want to take that same mixture of the blue and the white onto your knuckles and your fingers and your hands. You can't forget those. She has really dirty hands. I'm going to take the the black shade from the Coastal Scents palette and put that on the bruising some more just to make them stand out a little bit more, since she looks really dirty. And then you also want to take this eyeshadow onto your knuckles to make them look really dirty, like you've been walking around on your hands, and get them all in your nails. Now it's wig time, so I'm just putting on my wig cap. And the wig that I have here is from Halloween City. I got it for about $9.99. It already comes matted, so it's great. And now it's time to get into character.